Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're asking one of the biggest questions in the auto industry right now. Is Nissan going out of business? Just a couple years ago, people were openly wondering if the company had only 12 to 18 months left. They posted a massive $4.6 billion loss, closed 7 factories, and cut thousands of jobs. But now in 2026, they're saying they'll be back in profit this year. So are they actually turning the corner? Or is this just another delay before the end? Stick with me. We're going deep on Nissan's real viability today. Let's start with some quick history. Nissan was once a powerhouse. In the late 2010s, they were selling nearly 6 million cars a year. The Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance was one of the biggest in the world. Then came the going drama, COVID, chip shortages, and a brutally slow shift to electric vehicles. While Toyota and Honda played it smart with hybrids, Nissan went all in on pure EVs, and the market didn't follow fast enough. Sales collapsed. By 2025, they were down to around 3.15 million vehicles globally. That's almost half of their peak. Losses piled up. Debt became a serious concern. The failed merger talks with Honda were the final wake-up call. Enter new CEO Ivan Espinosa in the RE. Nissan turnaround plan.re. Nissan is aggressive, some would say painful. They're closing 7 factories, cutting workforce by up to 20,000 people, slashing their model lineup from 56 down to 45 models, and reducing platforms from 13 to 7. The goal? Focus fire on what actually sells and makes money. They've already cut fixed costs by over $1 billion. In May 2026, they reported a huge net loss for the previous year, but they're now forecasting a small net profit of around 20 billion yen, roughly $130 to $175 million, for fiscal 2026. Operating profit is expected to jump significantly. Is this enough? Not yet, but it's the first time in 3 years they're guiding for black ink. Here's where it gets interesting. Nissan is no longer pretending pure EVs will save them tomorrow. They're going heavy on e-power hybrids. The new Rogue hybrid is a big one for the U.S. market. They're also bringing back the Xterra, a body-on-frame SUV that should stand out in a sea of car-based crossovers. Overall plan: fewer models but higher volume per model, big focus on SUVs and trucks, 80% of U.S. sales to be locally built, and a target of 1 million annual sales in the U.S. by 2030. Same 1 million target in China. They're also pushing AI hard with ProPilot autonomy in 90% of models by 2027 and long-term bets on affordable robot access. United States remains their biggest and most profitable market. Sales were soft in early 2026, but localized production and new hybrids should help them fight tariffs and competition from Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai Kia. China is very tough. Sales dropped hard. They need to use China as both a market and a development base for cheaper models. Japan and Europe are stable, but not explosive. The old Renault alliance is loosening. They're now more independent, but still cooperating on specific projects that, let's be honest, this is still risky. Massive restructuring costs are behind them, but execution must be perfect. EV transition is expensive, and the market is brutal. Competition is fiercer than ever. Global trade wars and tariffs can hurt their supply chain. They're still much smaller and less profitable than Toyota. If the new models flop or cost-cutting hits quality, the downward spiral could continue out on the flip side. They're finally focused. Hybrids give them breathing room while they perfect solid-state batteries and cheaper EVs. Strong brand heritage with the Z-Cars, GTR, Rogue, and Frontier. New CEO seems decisive. If they hit their 3.3 million sales target this year and keep costs under control, 2027 to 2030 could look a lot brighter than SO. Is Nissan viable in 2026? Yes, for now. They're not going bankrupt this year or next. The restructuring is real, and they're showing early signs of stabilization. But they're not safe yet. This is a multi-year fight. The next 24 months of new model launches will decide if Nissan stays a major global player or slowly fades into a niche brand. What do you think? Is Nissan worth buying as a car or even as a stock right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want deeper dives on specific models or the financials, let me know. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of analysis. I'll see you in the next one.